Welcome to Milwaukee, where the Bucks are looking to take one in an interconference game. Thanks for tuning in, everyone, to this broadcast of NBA basketball on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony, Hall of Famer Doris Burke, and another Hall of Famer, David Aldridge, from the sidelines. Pass to Harden. Shoots. Here's Zubac. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Make no mistake, with that frame and that touch, Zubac's a tough cover in close.
And talk about victors and guys who play to their strength. What about Zubac? He does a great job.
He does, Kevin. A 7-footer who wants to play like a 7-footer. He's an outstanding rebounder. He doesn't need the ball offensively. You know he's going to show up and give you great effort every night.
Got that bucket in no time at all.
This is just where James Harden's decision-making, his ability to read the floor. You want to concede the mid-range? He's going to say no problem.
Lopez from long range. We're about 1 minute into the first. Out of bounds, Milwaukee takes possession. And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Well, Kevin, Doc Rivers gave me a few minutes to catch up with him. Well, he's worried about a number of issues, and front and center, James Harden. He said James will dissect you. It's hard to speed him up and hard to slow him down. He's their catalyst. But he thinks if they do a good job on Harden, they have a good shot at winning. Guys?
Thanks, David. Pass to Kuzma. Lillard outside. And the foul called on Kawhi Leonard. That is his first foul of the game.
First team foul.
Just around a minute and a half into the first quarter. And stolen by Simmons.
That's just phenomenal defense. The defense feels like it's all over the place and knows exactly how to guard it. Well, that's a case where a guy's trying to make a play, trying to take it up strong, but the defense was ready.
We've seen the lead change hands quite a bit in this one.
And guys, I think each team knows they can win this game. Just a matter who can catch that momentum.
Now, here is Harden over Lillard. Off the left rim and out.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
That one goes in.
And you love watching Giannis operate inside. So assertive and forceful.
Here's Harden. Lopez with the block. How about this run, Craig, they're on right now? Wow.
I mean, they're just getting to their spots and executing, really keeping things simple.
Here's Lillard. He has 6. And Lillard gets double-teamed. Here's Lopez.
This guy is a perennial all-defensive team member. The wingspan, a problem for offensive players.
Doris, recently the Clippers relocated their G League team, bringing basketball back to the city of San Diego.
Kevin, I absolutely love this because San Diego gets its first NBA representation since 1984. And yes, it's great for the city itself, but it's also a smart move by the NBA. You are tapping into an untouched market.
Nobody near Lillard. Milwaukee, no good that time either. Clippers trail by 3. Leonard. Into the lane.
Love to see Giannis get aggressive on defense. Using that reach. To track down the block.
And the timeout called here by Tyronn Lue. Wants to regroup and go over the strategy. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Simmons.
That's miscommunication, and we rarely see that happen.
We're about 3 minutes into this first quarter. Prince outside. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Lillard.
It's hard to make your way in today's NBA without being a tremendous three-point shooter. Taurean Prince doing work from beyond the arc.
Harden's shot is off.
Nothing seems to be going his way this quarter.
Well, not at the offensive end, certainly. He cannot buy a bucket right now.
And one of the most athletic players in the league. Giannis makes those alley-oop jams look easy.
Here is Harden following the basket by Giannis. Over onto Kumbo. And the basket by Harden.
I tell you what, it's almost like stealing to watch how he plays the game from this seat.
Pass to Lillard. Screen by Giannis. Back to Lillard. Nice ball movement by Milwaukee. Kuzma can't get it to go. And so Harden will bring it up for the Clippers. 6-point game. Puts up a deep three. Sinks it. What range from outside. Wow.
Well, the pre-shot preparation of James Harden is exceptional. He knows in this instance that as soon as the ball touches his hands, he's got to be ready to fire. I know he wants to answer the three that was just made on the other end, but he can't let that affect his judgment. He's got to find the best shot possible.
Now, Antetokounmpo. James Harden missing on the three. It's Antetokounmpo on the wing. And again, the Bucks miss. Clippers trail by 3. You know, you were talking about Giannis. He can put up 30 a game without taking many shots from the perimeter. That's a tall order these days, especially because he gets doubled every single time. Now, here's Lillard. Harden missing his last shot. Pass to Antetokounmpo. And the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo.
Antetokounmpo slamming it down there, using his sensational will to finish with the flush.
Now here's Harden. He's got 7. No good from Zubac.
Boy, surprised he missed that. The defense just good enough to prevent that bucket.
It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Kuzma sets a screen. Kicks it out to Lillard. Shoots over Powell. Lillard misses. Now Leonard. Still yet to score. Driving in. A shot by Harden. Wide open. And again, it's the Clippers missing. And so the first quarter is in the books. Milwaukee on top, up 5. We'll take a quick break, then get you back to the action. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And a moment now to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from here for the Bucks.
They have started this game looking to push the tempo, and it's working for them. Great job of scoring in transition.
Talk about toughness, the compete factor. How does a team create that culture?
Call it critical mass. When you have the entire organization and enough players committed to that kind of effort, everyone has to meet that level.
Now here's Prince. Here's Antetokounmpo. And the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo.
When you watch Taurean Prince play, you know it's about team. This guy finds the open man and loves delivering it.
Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks. It's important to remember Damian Lillard was a two-star prospect coming out of high school in Oakland. He says that the doubt I faced, what I found is I have true belief in myself. I poured a lot in and just continued to work. That's why when I struggle, I never waver because I know that I'm true to it. Eventually, I'm going to have my time. Kevin?
I think they call that Dame time. Hey, David, thank you. And Tyronn Lue calls timeout. He wants to talk to his guys. And Simmons has got the ball here for the Los Angeles Clippers. They trail by 9 points. Antetokounmpo pulls it in.
Unbelievable. He blew that. Look, guys, no clue what went wrong there.
Well, Greg, it took 40 years, but the Bucks finally won their second NBA title back in 2021.
Yeah, Kareem leading that 71 squad. Giannis was the man in 2021, averaging 35 and 13 during the finals, closing out the Suns with that 50-piece in Game 6.
And Greg, 2 seasons ago, the Bucks ranked first in defensive rating. Last season, they dropped down to number 19.
Yeah, shifting defensive schemes, coaching changes, also swapping Drew Holiday for Damian Lillard. But they can and should be better than 19.
And it's going to be a goaltending call here, so they'll count the bucket.
That's a very close call. I'm sure he thinks it's a clean block, but looks like it was on the way down.
Here's Antetokounmpo. And there's the call on Giannis Antetokounmpo. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Yeah, really good defensive play to cut him off there and square up.
Clippers trail by 9. Here's Harden. And the rejection by Giannis. Out of bounds, Clippers ball as the Clippers keep possession. Right side, Leonard. The fader. It's not going to go for him.
Boy, no idea why he went with the fadeaway. Had a clean look at the basket.
The kick out to Lopez. His three-pointer's off the mark.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Antetokounmpo with the steal. And the jam by Antetokounmpo.
An amazing athlete. The length, speed, the Giannis is borderline impossible to guard when he is playing downhill.
Now here's Harden. 10 points for him. Tries again. Uses the glass that time, and it's good.
This is a real specialty of Ben Simmons, the ability to go after it on the glass.
Offensive rebound. Clippers trail by 9. In the corner, Harden. That 3 off the mark. On offense, here are the Bucks. They've only allowed 5 points in the quarter. And we know Kuzma's always been a terrific scorer. But, Greg, he's developed as a passer over time.
And, Kevin, early in his career, Kuzma wasn't called on to be a leader. But he's grown into that role, and he puts effort into orchestrating for his teammates.
People like to debate, and, Greg, I don't know if this is you, what's better, Kawhi's defense or his offense?
Well, Kevin, I'll say this. Even if he was a subpar defender, his offense alone would have him among the league's top players. But his defense isn't subpar. At its best, it's elite.
Now here's Giannis. He's got 13.
I think what makes Giannis special is how uncomplicated he is. The man is just an incredible, pure athlete who simply loves the game of basketball. That's all there is to it.
Recently, Doris, the Clippers have had their most successful stretch in franchise history.
Well, think about it, Kevin. They've only missed the playoffs twice, going all the way back to 2012. They made their first conference finals in team history back in 2021. Not bad for a franchise that had one of the worst win-loss records in league history.
Now here's Paul. Nothing on the board. And he recovers it. Clock is at 3. And that one drops for him.
It feels like any shot is within Harden's range. This is one of the toughest covers in the entire league.
Here's Giannis. And that one, good. Giannis has got 11 here in this quarter alone.
Boy, he's been unconscious this quarter. I love the confidence he's playing with.
Here's Harden. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. Talk about confidence. Greg, what do you think about Harden's quote from a couple years ago when he said, "I'm not a system player, I am the system"?
Kevin, I laughed when I heard it because most guys couldn't say that. But Harden absolutely can. He's an elite scorer turned elite passer. Your offense has to orbit around him when he's on the floor.
The Bucks shooting their 5th free throw of the game here.
Yeah, and fairly decent a season ago, about 77% from the line.
And the technical free throw is good. Now here's Giannis. 17 points in the game. Lost contact on the shot, and now a 3-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
Just simply overpowers the defense. Giannis flexing that near 7-foot frame.
The Bucks shooting their 6th attempt at the charity stripe in the game. Like looking back to last season, the Clippers had one red-hot stretch.
That's right. They went on a 26-5 run between December and February. It finally showed how dangerous that team could be when healthy.
Now, Giannis.